They hide the truth beneath a mountain of lies. But the fire inside us can't be buried forever.
They pile up falsehoods, burying our cries. One by one we dig where the evidence lies. Nesters in the shadows, piecing every clue, shining light on secrets that they never wanted you to view. Smoke and mirrors crumble under our gaze. We won't back down, we're done with their maze. The ops unravel, media feeding gloom. Kids didn't deserve to die, their story needs room. No proof, no confession, plea deals won't suffice. We're taking back possession of the one thing that's right. Truth phoenix rising from the ashes of their lies. Fireballs ready to drop across the looted skies. We'll lift the veil, ignite the spark of justice bright. Stand case by case and bring the truth to light. Whispers in the corridors, they thought we'd look away, but every hidden thread unravels when we slay their charade. No more spin from their headlines, no more silence cries. We're the voice of those forgotten, watch their empire collide. Truth's a phoenix feather rising in the flames. We'll trace every lead, break their iron chains, oh break their iron chains. Rising, watch us light the sky. Truth's the weapon they can never justify. One case at a time, we claim what's ours to fight. Rising up together, set the world alight.
This is just the beginning. The phoenix will never stop rising.
Brian has been essentially convicted in the media. He has a right to have this information withheld, brought out in public, so that people can see it's not this neat little package. So people can start to wonder if Brian's innocent. Your Honor, Brian is innocent. So if I talk about things that are in the affidavit, and if I talk about things that we're seeking that the state wants to hide, I think that's fair game for the public to hear.
Well, hello, everyone. It should be fair game for the public to hear. On the IDAHO4 case, which we are talking about this afternoon, I usually do 2 streams a day. I have been a little under the weather. I have taken 11 o'clock off for myself to recuperate and recover. And I'll tell you, anyone out there struggling with any 1, 2, 3 autoimmune issues, I feel you 100%. This isn't something that's just going to go away overnight. So I grin and bear it every single year and power through. And if you know, you know. So if you are not feeling well or sick in your body, or the weather change has got you under the weather, I am sending you love and some powerful healing vibes, prayers, all the good stuff just for you. So let me welcome every single one of you in. We're going to have a jam-packed stream tonight. It is going to be wild. We're going to be watching a video and doing a little chit-chat in between it. So Critic Rick, you were super early and I gave you a little side wink and a tongue there for you. The Daily Twin Flame, welcome in. I'm early for once, looking forward to this live. I am glad you're here because Critic Rick is counting down the minutes. He is our welcome in host, I'll tell you. Amanda B, good to see you, honey. Welcome into the nest for today. Eyes wide open, your favorite time of the day. I am enjoying this. I never thought I would be enjoying hosting a stream as much as I do. And Caleb, welcome in. OG in the house. Yes, let's do some housekeeping. Thank you for the reminder, Amanda B. I'm going to go ahead and put Justice for All. We had a shout out the other day by a TikTok guru, I should say. And Justice for All is our website here. and it is for truth and justice and civil liberties, including our constitutional rights. All the documents you will find, especially all the information that the states were going to use in the exhibits, some videos, live hearings, if you missed any of those live hearings, documents, where to write Brian Koberger in prison, all these states. I mean, you've got everything right here. State files, some pictures. There's our famous dog handler that was not walking with Bethany nor Dylan. A couple of photos of the infamous hearing of the cups drop, and some police department filings. And you're looking for it, it's here. And if it's not here, let me know. I will definitely add it. And last but not least, the worst for last is the Bill Thompson, did Bill tell a lie or a fib, and sentencing day. So if you haven't seen any of those videos, feel free to go out and watch them, enjoy them. And as everyone's welcoming everyone in and saying hello to each other, what a strong nest we have, for sure. Becca, welcome in. True to It Connections, hello, hello. Les, yes, I need a snack. I had a snack before the show, and I grabbed my water bottles. I am good to go. I hope you guys grab a light beverage. We're not drinking. I don't drink. If you know anything with autoimmune issues, you probably shouldn't be drinking. Donna Rosa, welcome in. Caleb, here we go. Baby B. Mary, welcome in, honey. Good to see everyone here. Good to see you. Ren, welcome in. Welcome in, one and all. Yeah, brought it out in public. It needs to be brought out in public. What the heck are they hiding? Because the more and more that I see, the more and more, I can't say it yet. I have to save it for the end. Shoot, the more we're going to get to see. Oh my gosh, did I really catch you live? You did, Jilly Bean. Love your name. Love it. Welcome in, Donna. Welcome in. If you are new to this stream, Lola, hola. Howdy, Phoenix and Nesters. If you are new to the stream, I really do appreciate it. Right back at you, Phoenix. I am dealing with 2 autoimmune issues. I definitely hear you. Sending love and healing your way. Ditto, ditto, ditto. 100%. He's on it. And, you know, it's really difficult to show up. A lot of people will not show up. They'll say, yeah, I'm going to do this. Hey, lovely me. Oh, what a sweet little picture there. A lot of people say, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And they show up and then they disappear. I'm here. I'm here for the long haul. If you know anything about me, I get the job done. And speaking of getting the job done, I have to plug this right now. Phoenix Talks, if you were on the TikTok, if you were on the TikTok streets under Phoenix Talks clips, are going to be really quick documentary clips that you can share on the TikTok. You can share it anywhere, but primarily they will be on the Tickety Talk. So just so you know, I had to make that plug. And like those clips, follow us. I will go ahead and, yeah, only available at not available. Gave us a plug the other day, and I will show you that real quick. Where is only available at not available? Had a video up here the other day, and oh, they just loaded no, here it is. They gave us a shout out right here in this video.
Booking with B sent me those leaked pictures of the white apartments next to the 112 King Road house. The area of the red fluid is exactly the same position where they took their last photo, and exactly the same position where the Banfield bodycam footage starts, with direct view to the right white apartment second floor. What happened that night at the white apartment? When Rosendahl and Testel drove around the corner from here to there, where they parked next to the fire hydrant, you can see for a few frames names this spot, which appears being blurry out. How do I know that those are the exact same positions? Downstairs to the first floor, upstairs to the third floor, view to the white wall of the left apartment, view to the tree and the tree house. Second floor right white apartment, second floor right white apartment with view to the outer staircase. In addition, check out
Bingo bango. We got a little shout out from only available at not available. So if you are not following them, please do so if you are on the TikTok streets.
phoenixtalk and her website Justice for All.
Bam. Okay, so we do appreciate the love. We do appreciate the camaraderie, the unity that we bring. And I have seen some amazing new creators come up, put the pieces of the puzzle together and, speak out in regards to how they feel about this case and what they're reading in these court documents. It's crazy. I'm so glad you're new. Great. Welcome in. Welcome in one, welcome in all. Okay, so let's do this. Whoop, whoop, Amanda says. It's my social hour. I agree. I'm going to show you some things today that are going to make you rethink this whole case, because as we get closer and closer, I follow the dude. He knows what's up. Blows my mind too. So he's in another country, couldn't access any of these documents, and says, hey, can you put them on your website? Absolutely. The non-guilters are outnumbering the guilters. The more information that we share, the more you're going to see it line up to what the truth was that was, I want to say diverted, right? We made it. Yeah, we made it to the big time. Shout out, Shadow Ghost. Good to see you here. And it's kind of scary when you start to think about the bigger picture to this whole case. Was this case getting cold, and did they have to bring in a fall guy for the case to divert it? Now, I don't know if that's the case. We're just speculating here, and we're not here to publicly bash. It's all for personal interpretation, speculation. We're not here to accuse, defame, slander, or harm any reputation of any personal or entity, organizations. Everyone, including you and I, and everyone watching this stream and replayers, you're all innocent until proven in a court of law until guilty. Proven in a court of law that you are guilty. Now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, guilty, right? I mean, think about that one. So we're not giving you legal, medical, or professional advice. I am just a mom and a grandma, and I am here talking about the case from a different perspective. And that is the prism perspective of truth. And what is the truth? Well, it's logic. When you look at a case, when you look at documents and you apply critical thinking skills, that is when it marries up and you're like, wow, that makes sense. Now, there are going to be some things that I talk about when we review Emily's interview with PAYNE in the IDAHO4. And it is going to flow beautifully when you understand what it is I'm trying to help you understand. So grab your snacks, grab your drinks. I want to show you a clip before we get into Emily's interview. And this is going to be extremely important to keep this in mind as we watch her interview. Listen to what she said in One Night in Idaho. She says they had been stalked for many months, but I want to show you a quick clip of the house that they showed in
that we had been stalked.
I want to try to get back to this clip. Bam. Where is it? Right here.
There's a big real.
Okay. Keep in mind this picture. I want you to hold this picture in the back of your mind. If you know where this house is, it is right on the corner of King Street. This is King. I hope you can see my arrow. This is King. And you can see a truck right up here. Okay, there's a couple of vehicles parked in this back little area. This turn right here left is into 1122, and you can kind of see the house in the backside. Okay, this is King Road. Now, let's watch Emily's interview with Detective Payne. Now, some of it's muted out, redacted, and then it'll come on. If you've got earplugs in, earphones, I meant earphones, not earplugs, you might want to turn it down a little bit.
Recorded. Okay, red light's on. Can you state your name for me?
My name
Okay, let me make sure I get the spelling correct. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so first name, correct?
Yep.
What's your middle? What's your date of birth?
2001.
Good phone number for you. Okay, do you have, that's your phone right there, right?
I want you to notice real quick what Emily is doing with her knuckles. Does anybody know what that actually is a sign of? Yes, there is something linked to this. Just really quick. Watch what she does with her knuckles. Remember, this part is redacted. Drop it below what you think it might mean. Watch what she does with her hands and her knuckles.
Recorded. Okay, red light's on. Can you state your name for me?
My name
Okay, let me make sure I get the spelling correct. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so first name, correct?
Yep.
What's your middle?
And a lot of you are absolutely right. So one thing that really interests me is why she kept doing this, and it is related to anxiety and stress. I'm no expert. Remember, we're not here to, diagnose, treat, cure, prevent, or heal anything. But one of the things that I was curious about is why she kept doing that with her hands, fiddling, things of that nature. It can be definitely anxiety and stress. And I can understand that she was probably under a lot of stress. Now, let me just remove this real quick because that's a little annoying. She was probably under a little stress, right? I would be. I mean, and yeah, I kind of have a feeling that this is probably true, Ken.
What's your date of birth?
2001.
Good phone number for you. Okay, do you have, that's your phone right there, right? Real quick, before we get into that, what's your relationship to the victims?
Sarah is my best friend.
Okay.
Ethan is her boyfriend, who's also one of my best friends. And Maddie Milken and Kaylee are great friends to all of us too, because they live with them.
Okay. Are you were they all in a sorority?
Yeah, we were all. Me and Xana are not anymore.
Okay. What about Ethan?
And Mogan's not in it anymore.
Okay.
Ethan is in
Sigma
along
Chi.
with his brother who's here. And his sister.
I'll get you some tissues if you need them, okay?
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if you need something, alright? Again, this is not, just, if you need a minute, take a minute, okay? Okay, so at the end of all this, we're going to seize your phone as evidence, okay? Just understand that this is a procedure for us.
Okay, so she's in there freely, voluntarily, and then they're going to seize her phone as evidence. Yep. Now, I don't know if you guys caught this, but when she walks in, She walks in and she puts her phone on the table upside down as if maybe she hit record, in my humble opinion, allegedly. Did anybody realize that at all? I mean, I can go back just a little bit and show you that clip. When she walks in, she sets her phone face down like she would be walking in to record herself. I found that really interesting how she placed it on the table strategically, and then he had a talk with her real quick and then turned on his recording. I thought that was very telling. I mean, she possibly could have done that.
Okay, red light's on. Can you state your name for me?
My name
Okay, make sure I get spelling correct real quick, okay?
Yep.
Okay, so first name's correct?
Yep.
What's your middle? What's your date of birth?
2001.
Good phone number for you.
Deep breath, deep sigh.
Okay, do you have, that's your phone right there, right? Real quick, before we get into that, what's your relationship to the victims?
Sarah is my best friend.
Okay.
Ethan is her boyfriend, who's also one of my best friends. And Maddie Moken and Kaylee are great friends to all of us too, because they live with them.
Okay.
But she states something that's obviously maybe not true. She just met Mogan and Kaylee, I believe, when they all moved in. So she associates Xana as being good friends with her, but she's obviously best friends with Xana, but good friends with Maddie and Kaylee because they live with them. I thought that was very telling.
Are you in a, were they all in a sorority?
Yeah, we were all, me and Xana are not anymore.
Okay. What about Ethan?
And Mogan's not in it anymore.
Okay.
Ethan is in, along with his brother who's here. And his sister.
I'll get you some tissues if you need them, okay?
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if you need something, alright? Again, this is not, just, if you need a minute, take a minute, okay? Okay, so at the end of all this, we're going to seize your phone as evidence, okay? Just understand that this is a procedure for us, okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're looking at you or anything like that. It's just this really helps us kind of narrow it down, okay?
That's fine.
So is that an iPhone?
Yes.
What model is it?
I think it's the 11.
You can take all that stuff with you.
It should be. Yeah, I think it's 11.
Okay. Does it have a passcode on it?
It does.
What's your passcode? Okay, so your social media, what kind of social media do you have?
So she's telling him all the social media she has. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on trying to be an no, I'm just kidding. At the time, she was on Instagram. Probably Facebook. Maybe a little bit of some other ones. I mean, how long had she been dating Hunter? Anyone know? Spill the tea, guys. Spill the tea. All 95 of you, spill the tea. This is a long redaction. And that was a lot for just being on social media.
So why don't we just kind of start with yesterday? Did you go to a football game or anything?
I was at the game working.
Okay. Why don't you start with kind of about the time you left the football game, like got everything wrapped up,
Okay.
just best as you can recall, just kind of walk me through the rest of your evening, okay?
After the football, well, I got to leave early. I left probably 5 minutes after halftime. and I walked home from the dome. I went and said hello to all of my other friends in a different apartment, right next to where I live.
Where do you live?
I live right across the street from 1122 King Road.
Gotcha.
Allegedly.
And I was there for maybe an hour, 2.
Okay.
And I went home, and it was about 8:30, and me and
So when did you get to your apartment?
8:30 p.m.
8:30,
Well, after visiting my friends.
Yeah, so you went and saw your
I
friends.
thought
and
she
then
went
you
to
got
work.
to your apartment about 8:30.
And none of them were there.
Okay.
It's about 8:30, and who are all here. And there's 2 here.
Johnson.
We all slept. We all went to bed at,
Okay.
like super early at 8:30.
She's covering for somebody, in my humble
We were going to
opinion.
go to the lodge party, but we just didn't go.
To what party?
There was a lodge party.
The lodge.
We didn't make it there. I know that this morning I saw Snapchats of Xana and them there, so I know that they were there.
What can you kind of tell me? What is a lodge party?
A lodge party is it's just like they host, and they have their house is all apartment styles, and then there's a big center, and that's just their lodge. So they just have people come over to the lodge.
So who had the lodge party? Anyone know what lodge party it was? Because that was probably the last place that Xana and Ethan were seen at this party. Because allegedly at 2 a.m., Xana was seen maybe playing a guitar or something.
Pretty much. That's it.
It's just a party.
It's just
okay. No special significance to it.
No.
Okay. So you guys slept. What time did you wake up?
1:30 a.m.
Okay. Okay.
We woke up at 1:30 a.m. We stayed up at our own apartment, just doing nothing. We were watching TV probably till like 3, and then just woke up, and we all hung out.
But she said so-and-so woke up and we all hung out. And that's not what the original story was. The original story was that Emily was asleep and Hunter wanted to go out. And we don't know if Hunter went out when Emily was asleep. And allegedly the phone was in the car. And this is what she shared in an interview, just doing nothing. Something's not right with this timeline. And I'm not saying that they did this. I'm just saying this is very suspicious.
For another hour, and then we all went back to bed.
Nothing out of the ordinary between that and that time you guys are awake?
No.
Nothing at all? No phone calls, text messages, nothing like that? Okay. So after you guys went back to bed, what time did you wake up?
This morning?
Yeah.
10:30 a.m.
10:30?
Probably. Around that time.
Okay. Okay. What did you guys do the rest of the morning after you?
So, called me. I can't recall the time. I could look.
Okay.
You want me to look?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. Called me at.
You bring up a very awesome point, Lisa. Remember, it was too far to walk, so they needed to drive.
11:51.
Okay.
And said, she is my little, so she called and said that last night around 4 a.m. she heard and saw a man.
There's that 4 a.m. timeline. Why is this 4 a.m. timeline so important to deliver. I mean, honestly, in my humble opinion, my speculation, this is just a theory of mine, that between 4 and 4:20 is when everyone drove up to drop and stage. That's my humble opinion. In my humble opinion on the timeline.
And she and were locked in their room sleeping, and they woke up and she wanted me to come over and check the house because she was too scared.
So her, you said.
But what happened to the giggling and laughing? She's way off script. What happened to the, oh, I didn't think anything big was wrong because, you know, she called us up and was kind of laughing. What happened to that part? I mean, I remember seeing her in the interview where she says, one night in Idaho, she said, well, they called me up and, well, let me flip the script real quick. Let's go over to here. Let's listen to what she says.
Realization.
We're locked in the room.
And I was like, okay, I'll come over.
Oh, crap.
And that was 11:51. You said,
Yes.
okay. So they saw and heard a man. Did they?
They saw a man last night around 4 a.m. She saw Kaylee scream and go up the stairs, and
So this is. So she saw a man, and then heard Kaylee scream.
Kaylee scream and run up the stairs because she lives upstairs. Kaylee does.
And run upstairs. Okay.
Ran into the room and locked themselves in it. And then, she was screaming their names, and she didn't hear anything. So a while later, she came back out to check, and I guess the man was standing right there, staring at her.
Okay, so let me kind of just back up just a hair here, okay?
Okay.
So she said that she saw Kaylee run upstairs, and then Kaylee was screaming for.
No, it's just screaming.
Just screaming.
Screaming that she said that there's a man here, there's someone in the house.
Okay, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, remember, everything that she is saying right now is pure hearsay. She didn't experiencing it. She is sharing the experience by Dylan. And remember the group that was sitting all around, and the cops separated some of them, but not all of them. And then this is probably at least an hour after the discovery. Well, 11, 12, 1. This is probably 2 hours after the discovery. So this is what she is telling him, what Dylan told her. Okay, so this is exactly what she is saying that she heard. So hearing something is hearsay.
And this is all right around 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then go ahead.
And she opened the door a while later to check, and I guess the man was staring at her, and she didn't know what to do, and the man didn't do anything to her, and she went back into the room, and she heard the side back door close, so she thought that they were gone, so they went to sleep.
Okay.
She doesn't sound very convincing to me, in my humble, very extremely humble opinion. This does not feel like a come in, sit down, I'm going to take your phone as evidence, and then I'm going to question you because I need to find out what happened here. This is come in, come sit down in my little office, let me, let me not know firsthand what happened, but let me hear this hearsay so that I can go ahead and write up this little, thing later. And we're just going to play it by ear.
Then called me in the morning to come check out the house.
said it was a side door she heard open. Is it like a
Yeah,
sliding
it's
glass
so
door?
it's on the second floor. It's in the kitchen. It's a sliding door out the back.
Okay. Then they just went back to bed. Did she say why she didn't think to call anybody when it was going on?
I didn't ask her that, but I was just talking to her, and I was like, "Well, do you know what you looked blah blah all this stuff?" And she said that she almost didn't like want to believe it because she said, A, I was a little drunk. B, I didn't think anything of it because your brain just doesn't make sense of that because why would it?
Right.
And then I was like, well, do you know, like
maybe she doesn't want to tell him if she knows the basketball player, allegedly. Is that maybe why?
Said that he had some mask on, or you could only see, like, it was like it goes over here and over here, and she could really only see his eyes and nose. Yeah, that's all she said about him.
Okay. So then once she called you, then what happened?
She just said, come over, check it out. I was like, okay, I'll be right there. Went over there immediately. I went to the bathroom and we walked over there, and I went upstairs because she said Dana and Ethan were not waking up, and I was up there and he grabbed me and told me that I didn't want to see it, and so I never went in there, and then the police arrived.
So you were just were you downstairs?
I went upstairs. They were all outside. I went upstairs. Hunter was in their room, and then he came out and said they really didn't want to see it, so
Did you, so actually went in?
yes.
So did you see anything, I mean, when you were walking in there, did you see anything that would have seemed out of the ordinary to you?
Well, they didn't do anything last night, except for the night before they threw a big party, so it was like a mess.
Okay.
But it's always a mess when they throw a party.
That would have been Friday night.
Yes, because it was their formals.
On Friday?
Yes. So, but Santa and Mogan and Kaylee, they're not all in the sorority, neither am I. But they hosted it for and
Okay.
like the pregame before.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing, there was a knife on the floor, right, immediately when I walked in.
So explain to me.
Which, I mean, like, that could be normal, but,
There was a knife on the floor. It could be normal. Well, I leave my lives. I leave my knives laying all around, especially when you walk right into my house. How about you guys? Do you leave your knives just laying around in the entry room of your home? Sure, take your shoes off and leave your knives right here, right? I mean, I lived in Japan for 5 years. You take your shoes off at the front door. So you just lay your knives down, right? Your samurai sword, your Kershaw knives. We're having steak for dinner, so bring your own steak knife and leave it at the door type of thing. Okay, so the big party that was hosted was Friday night. And she said they didn't clean. So how in the world was this setup left from Friday night? Saturday was set up and clean day. That's what they normally did. This was their normal schedule. So this doesn't make sense. Bring your own chopsticks. You guys get what I'm saying, right? She explains the normal Friday night party mess. Yes, Critic Rick. She was not over at 1122 King Road on Saturday night. And everyone keeps saying that this happened on Saturday night. I keep thinking, in my humble opinion, it didn't happen on Saturday night. I have a feeling this happened on Friday night, but that's me. That's just me thinking this. That's just like no one else in the Idaho State Police. They all talked about Friday night. Hardly anybody talked about Saturday night, which was so weird.
You walk in, you go up the stairs right here, and then it's the living room. You go down this hallway and it's Anna's room. There was a knife right there on the floor.
Like in front of their room?
In front of, just at the top of the stairs.
Top of the stairs.
Which I don't know why there would be.
Which she didn't know why it was there, but yet all these individuals were stabbed. And if she was walking into Xana's room, when Hunter walked in, did Hunter grab the same knife? Did Hunter grab the same knife that was on the ping pong table? Did he grab the knife that was there? How would he even know it was already there? Why would he grab that knife? That doesn't make sense. I'm thinking through this, so let's listen to her talk more.
What kind of knife? Do you remember?
Like a steak knife. Can I cancel this?
Yes, go ahead.
In our society, why is that a pick? Now,
Anything
this
else?
does not apply to the Idaho.
Besides the
Court.
house
I'm just
being a
giving
mess?
that as
Yeah,
kind of
you're just-
my
you're-
mindset.
No, I didn't
Yeah, well,
really
you're-
go in further. I just saw the living room. It was, I don't know, the solo cups were on the ground instead of on the table. Which, I don't know, they could have been knocked off by something, but
Could have been knocked off.
So did you stay on scene until the officer?
Yeah, I apologize, Les. I actually had another screen up and I forgot to hit pause. So yeah, I was trying to catch a little bit of what happened on Birdie last night. I was totally out of it, went to bed early, not feeling well, and I totally missed it. So I'll watch that as soon as we're done. Just a plug for Birdie that comes on in about half an hour.
Officers arrived? Okay. You stay outside?
yep,
Then you guys, I'm assuming, just came here?
yep.
Did you make any stops in between here and there?
We went to my apartment,
You did?
all of us as a group, to get sweatpants and change of clothes
Okay.
for the other girls that
Okay.
could not go back in.
I see. Yeah.
So let's hold it right there. Let's hold this. Let's think this through as a truth alliance here. It was the knife that Hunter said she hadn't talked to Hunter, so at least she's being honest. Well, how long had Hunter been in the house before her? Because if she was with him when they went in and he said, no, go back the other way, you don't need to see this, when did he grab this said knife? Because the story he said, he went to the kitchen and grabbed the knife. So which one was it? Did he drop on the floor? Yes. Did he drop it on the floor, then pick it back up, realizing maybe his prints? Or either way, he didn't tell Emily about it. So how did Emily see it on the ground when she was walking up? She clearly said when she was walking up, it was there. Somebody's story's not adding up. Yeah, and Dylan seeing the guy twice, 3 times maybe. Yes, I don't understand why he grabbed it when the cops was present, then placed it on the table. Okay, so I don't understand that either, because we've seen the body cam where he turns around, it's not on the table, turns around, and bam, it was there. Last night was super wild and free, and I bounced to get some R&R. I hear you. She said she had to go to the bathroom, so he was there before her. Okay, so he entered, and maybe it was a different knife. No, but she says steak knife. And on the evidence, they have a steak knife. On Moscow Police Department evidence, they had steak knife on there, but they also had the Kershaw knife, which is definitely not a steak knife. It is a fixed blade knife, a Kershaw knife. And Lovely Me says, why do you grab the knife with the cops present and set it on the table, then later claim he had to grab it to check the room? Yeah, I'm starting to believe it can only be one or the other, not the both, right? So the thing with the knife is, knowing the knife was on top of the stairs means the knife belongs to an active crime scene and not the knife from the drawer. And that is critical thinking, Critic Rick. Awesome job.
So, I mean, I'm assuming you've talked to folks, or maybe who have you told that's what's going on?
So he can't, I don't know. And my mother is flying back. She moved to recently, so she's flying back. I sent them a text and said, I don't know if
what
you
does
saw
that
the
have to
video
do
or
with
what
their
I'm saying
mom?
for the police officers, but I didn't tell them anything. I don't think that they've seen it yet, so.
Okay. I mean, this may seem like a weird question, it may not, but who would do something like this?
I couldn't even imagine. I would say absolutely no one. Zaina's the most loved person on this campus, so.
Okay. What's Zaina's background? I mean, like, what is she? She on any sports teams? On the, I mean, like, what's her involvement on campus?
She did. Let's see, what is it called? For business, she's part of that group.
Like BPA kind of a deal, or?
It's, I can't remember what it's called. It's Vandal something. For business, she's a part of that team.
You don't have to remember the name of it.
Yeah, but that's about her only involvement.
Okay.
Oops, I forgot. She's my best friend, but I don't know.
And she's a correct?
She was. Me and her are both
That's right.
not anymore.
So has there been any amongst the four of them? Was there anyone that they were having?
What was the bleep bleep redaction? She's not anymore.
I see. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm assuming you've talked to folks, or maybe who have you told that's what's going on?
So he can't. I don't know. And my mother is flying back. She moved to recently, so she's flying back. I sent them a text and said, I don't know if you saw the Vandal alert, but I'm safe with the police officers, but I didn't tell them anything. I don't think that they've seen it yet, so.
Okay. I mean, this may seem like a weird question, it may not, but who would do something like this?
I couldn't even imagine. I would say absolutely no one. Zaina's the most loved person on this campus, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
What's Zaina's background? I mean, like, what is she? She on any sports teams? On the, I mean, like, what's her involvement on campus?
She did. Let's see, what is it called? For business, she's part of that group.
Like BPA kind of a deal, or?
It's, I can't remember what it's called. It's Vandal something. For business, she's a part of that team.
You don't have to remember the name of it.
Yeah, but that's about her only involvement.
Okay. And she's a correct?
She was. Me and her are both
That's right.
not anymore.
So has there been any amongst the four of them? Was there anyone that they were having a beef with? Was there any sort of rivalries or stalking behavior, or anything that you can think of that someone even just kind of like, yeah, it's weird. I saw this guy, had.
He brings up stalking. Okay? And she brought up stalking in the episode almost a couple years later that I showed you in the beginning of this clip. Okay? Now, I just want to talk about this for a second. How can you tell the difference between feeling watched and actually being watched? Does anybody know? How do you tell the difference between feeling watched and actually being watched? She said that she didn't even know they had been stalked for months. He brings up stalking. Okay, this is just a safety tip. Here's the answer. Trust your instincts, but verify. Note, even if you have to write it down, you're not going to remember later on. Write it down. Note the time and the place, the clothing, vehicle, behavior, facial features. I mean, let's say you're in a store and you feel like you're being watched. There's a difference between feeling and actually being watched. Okay? Pay attention to details rather than vague feelings. Documentation will always help if you are truly, actually being watched. And what's an early red flag that someone might be stalking you online or in person? Here's another safety tip. Repeated coincidental appearances, anonymous accounts following you, new profiles, unwanted messages, those are just warning signs. Screenshot, block, and report if you feel you are being stalked online. Then you'll begin to see patterns of individuals' behaviors, and then you'll be able to link those 50, 60 counts together with the individual you think is probably stalking. Okay? Now, don't downplay or ignore these type of people, because these type of people with stalking behaviors will keep going until it's too late. Don't normalize discomfort. If you feel there's a safety issue at hand for you, document it. Document it, because you're going to wish you had. Even small little boundary violations, like showing up uninvited, whether it be at your doorstep or, an event that you know that's happening that you've told somebody, that can escalate. So set firm boundaries early and tell someone you trust, hey, I think I'm being stalked online. They go by this profile here. They go by this profile here. Verified. Take a freaking screenshot. It takes a second. Okay? Now, let's say you're in the store or you're in let's say Kohl's, just an example, and you're trying clothes on and you feel like a guy's watching you. Call a clerk. Call the safety enforcement officer in that business. They have undercover, they have loss prevention, they have usually an officer on hand. Ask somebody, a clerk, to come and stand with you until someone else gets there. Don't wait for the last minute. Don't think you're going to run to your car and get into your car and get away. That's the biggest mistake most people make. If you are in a place with other people around, ask for help. Don't just think, oh, I'm going to run to my car and I'm going to speed away. That's not the way this works. In person and even online, avoid posting real-time locations, home exteriors, numbers on your house, travel plans. Don't post that. Wait till after you come back from vacation. Those are just some safety tips. Now, what do you do if you think a car's following you? Because Emily says, oh, we didn't know somebody was following us for X, Y, and Z months. If you think someone is following you, do not drive home. Drive directly to a police station. Drive to a drive-through. Go to a crowded area and call 911 and tell them what's happening without confronting the individual. Be sly. In these situations, you have the strength to turn it around. Don't go home. Definitely don't go home. All right? So keep any digital logs, even if you have to have a notebook in your car. Keep a notebook, photos, screenshots, dates, messages. Never confront your stalker or somebody you think is following you. Just get proof. And if it's the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, the OC, DTEF, then great. If you haven't done anything wrong, then document. All right? This is just a safety tip. And never use 2A ever, unless it's to fully defend yourself. Now, I know people. I've covered cases. People who have used their weapons to defend themselves and were acquitted in court. The prosecutors didn't like it, but they were defending themselves and acquitted. So just make sure that you know what a credible threat is, especially if you're feeling unsafe. Your gut instinct will tell you 100%.
Confrontation at the bar, anything like that that you can think of that they have told you?
No, we only really ever hang out with each other.
Okay. So nothing, nobody you can think of, huh? So Ethan's in. Do you know if they have anything going on with any other fraternities? Did they have a, did he recently break up with someone or recently get a girlfriend or anything like that?
He's been with Santa for a while now.
A long time.
No, and we consecutive, like our friend group at least that we have, we're friends with all of the fraternities, so those boys get along with all of our other fraternity friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing you can think of, huh? Did you said you mentioned that they were out at the lodge party. That was after the football game, right? Do you know if they went anywhere else?
I don't know. I was sleeping. I just saw when I woke up in the middle of the night that they were still at the lodge, around like 1:30.
Okay.
So.
And that was all four of them, correct?
I just saw a picture or video of Xana, but that would absolutely imply that Ethan was there with her.
Okay.
But here's the deal, guys, and she doesn't make sense when she says this, because Ethan was invited to the party with Maisie. Now, no one was able to confirm the last time that Ethan and Xana were seen. The police actually put out there that they needed to figure out where they were from 9 to 1:45. It was never confirmed, and even in the PCA and all the documents, it never confirmed what time Ethan and Xana got home. Now, the last thing that I read was perhaps some confirmation. Someone had a picture and Xana was on the guitar, but Ethan was not located. And this is the most bizarre thing. Nobody heard Murphy bark until 4 a.m. when all the cars started coming in to that King Road Street, the Queen Road Street, and all the commotion happening between 4 and 4:20ish. Okay. In my humble opinion, like I said before, and I'll state it again, I think that's when everybody was driven home. Okay. So just think about what she's saying. She says someone had a picture of Xana. And if Xana knew that Ethan went to Maisie's party and that he went back to Sigma Chi and hadn't met up to Xana, the last place that Ethan could have been seen was at Sigma Chi. Because remember, Xana did not go to Maisie's party with Ethan. And then if Ethan went back to change or get anything from Sigma Chi, Xana wasn't with him.
You said that was around 1-ish in the morning?
Yeah, and I did not see or hear from Kaylee or Mogan the entire night.
Okay.
Maddie Mogan.
And you saw that video was on Snapchat?
Yeah. I can't remember who put it on their story, but...
Okay, is there anything else you can think of that you want us to know about, want to tell us?
No, I just can't imagine it. I don't think that there's anything
I'm with you.
that I've ever heard from them recently.
Okay, so going forward, if you want to send your folks a text real quick, Are
Now,
you in a? Were they all?
now here's what's odd. Someone just said this, calling Mogan by her last name. Now, typically in the military or in law enforcement or any official government, you call people by their last name. Now, I don't know if Emily Allant's family has any military background or anything of that nature. I know Hunter does. So they do call people by their last names, which is very odd for another woman to call another woman by their last name. That would be like, us calling her Allant, not Emily.
Sorority?
Yeah, we were all. Me and Xana are not anymore.
Okay. What about Ethan?
And Mogan's not in it anymore.
Okay.
Ethan is in, along with his brother who's here. And his sister.
I'll do you some tissues if you need them, okay? You sure? Yeah. Okay. Let me know if you need something, alright? Again, this is not, just, if you need a minute, take a minute, okay? Okay, so at the end of all this, we're going to seize your phone as evidence, okay? Just understand that this is a procedure for us, okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're looking at you or anything like that. It's just this really helps us kind of narrow it down, okay? So is that an iPhone?
Yes.
What model is it?
I think it's the 11.
You can take all this.
Oh, shoot. For some reason, it jumped backwards. Hold on.
Going on with...
No, I just can't imagine it. I don't think that there's anything
I'm with you.
that I've ever heard from them recently.
Okay, so going forward, if you want to send your folks a text real quick, let them know that we're going to be taking your phone, so that way they don't try to call you in a panic. Just let them know that Moscow PD is going to have your phone. And just so you know, we'll get it back to you as soon as we can, okay? We're just going to be looking for stuff that might give us an insight into who would have done this, okay?
Yep.
I still don't understand why they're blurring people out.
Okay. So I'm going to put this on airplane.
Bingo. Everyone is a suspect and no one is cleared. Bingo.
I'm going to take down your serial number too. Sure if I can find one on here. Of course, yeah, put them in there. So I'll make sure I detail this as good as I can, alright? So, okay, let's go one case. So, in the meantime, obviously you can still log on to your social media on a computer or something. Just do us a favor and obviously hold off from posting anything about this. Not that you would, but we want to try to keep the notifications that we have to make through the.
Do you know
proper
who
channels.
sent out the whole message to the entire university?
I have no idea. That's something that campus, that's their deal. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something we're actually required by law. If there's a threat to campus, it's part of like the whole Title IX and all that stuff. We have to alert folks. So.
Have you guys contacted
Who's?
our father?
No, I don't think so. That's why we want to keep
He's
people.
in Pullman in town. He lives in Arizona, but it's her sister's
Parents weekend.
so he's here.
Okay.
And they were supposed to have breakfast, so I don't know.
So I think she's talking about Xana's dad.
Yeah. She's probably pretty mad that she's not answering.
Yeah. Okay. That's usually when something like this happens.
Yeah.
As soon as we get an identification on who the victim is,
Yeah.
we try to send uniformed officers to go find them and tell them. We don't do it over the phone unless it's absolutely necessary. That's one of the reasons I ask folks to just hold off posting anything, because the last thing we want is for people to find out on social media, right? Not that they should ever find out about something like this, but we want to make sure that it's done as proper as we possibly make it, okay?
Yep.
So you're welcome to stay here with your friends while we interview the rest of them. Might not be a bad idea. The campus is going to have a lot of resources for you guys, okay? Use them, okay? And you can be the one that helps convince your friends. The guys generally don't take the help as much, okay? You guys all need to talk through this. And taking off the detective hat for a minute, this is something that's going to take you guys some time, okay? It's okay to go through the emotions. If you need anything, call us, okay? We can either get you in touch with resources, we can talk to you ourselves.
Yeah.
This is something that's going to take some time for people to work through, okay? So just understand that the emotions you guys are feeling it's just what human beings go through, unfortunately. And you guys should never have been put in this position. So take the resources, use it. We have a chaplain here. If you guys want a chaplain, we can get you in touch with him. He's a really, really good gentleman. We'd be more than happy to talk to you guys, okay? Okay. All right? So I'll walk you out, and let's find a sticky note somewhere in here. You have any questions for me? Okay. In the meantime, yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It's pretty complicated. I don't even know how to pronounce it, honestly.
I was gonna do this. No, who's this? Who's gonna get them all mixed up? So in the meantime, if you think of anything, think of any weird occurrence that happened, or honestly, it's the best thing. One of our best resources is the rumor mill, believe it or not, okay? So if you start hearing the same name of somebody come up, and your friends start saying, oh, I heard so-and-so may be involved or heard something else, make sure you get a hold of us, okay? I'm going to give you just a business card here real fast. This is not my business card. I'm not a captain.
Can I just use like someone random so I want to call?
Well, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And like I said, we'll try to get your phone back as quick as you can.
Yeah.
This is our campus division captain, okay? His name's Tyson. Really, really good guy. You can email him, okay? You can call the non-emergency number, all right? I'll put my name on the back here, too, just so you know who I am. If you think of anything at all, and even if it's something like, oh, yeah, it's kind of a weird, don't brush it off, okay? It may be something important. So feel free to get a hold of us. Keep that with you, okay? Is it okay if we go through your phone?
Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want with it.
Okay, and we'll get it back to you as quick as we can, okay? All right, I'll walk out with you.
Okay, so that was the video of Emily Allant and with Detective Payne. Now, what do we know about Payne? Does anybody know a lot about him? Because the only thing that I was able to find is that he went to St. Mary's. He grew up in St. Mary's, Idaho. He was an avid hunter when he was younger. And this was some published article from 2010 when he was on spring break, and they found and they hunted together and killed a wolf. Okay, so that was what I learned. This was before he went into the military, guys, because he did not go in the military until after he was done going to the University of Idaho. He went in as a commissioned officer. And a little history that I learned about him were, just a few things that his brother did go, Kyle, he did go and attend his commissioning, and then he went and obviously was in the military. So it wasn't like he was what do you want to say it, like he joined the military. No, he went to college and then he went into the military. He went in as a commissioned officer, did his time, served his time, and then got out and went to the Moscow Police Department. So this is actually his brother in 2015 went and joined him. And this is a picture of Captain Kyle, his brother, traveled from Fort Campbell, Kentucky to attend his brother's commissioning as an officer in Moscow. So he grew up in St. Mary's, went to school, University of Idaho, commissioned in Moscow, and then he went into the military. So that's kind of like his background. Then he came back after the military, joined, obviously he was a police officer in the military, joined the Moscow Police Department as a police officer, and then worked his way up. So, him and his brother both were in tours together. So, I'm going to bring it to an end right now. I have so much more to share. I hate when I'm limited on time, but what I'm going to do is just give you a little tiny, no pop quiz tonight, guys. You could drop your thoughts all that you want tonight, but the next stream, I am going to take you on a wild worldwide adventure and give you some more background information. And let me show you. It's going to take us all the way to Boise, Idaho, where I believe the actual investigation was driving in that area, not to somebody who lived in Moscow, not to any other perpetrators, except for those that were in Boise, Idaho. And let me tell you, it was a wild ride. It was a wild ride when they needed to perhaps add in a fall guy. So every single one of you, be blessed and be well. Take care. We'll see you guys soon.
They hide the truth beneath a mountain of lies. But the fire inside us can't be buried forever.
They pile up falsehoods, burying our cries. One by one we dig where the evidence lies. Nesters in the shadows, piecing every clue. Shining light on secrets that they never wanted you to view. Smoke and mirrors crumble under our gaze. We won't back down, we're done with their maze. The ops unravel, media feeding gloom. Kids didn't deserve to die, their story needs room. No proof, no confession, plea deals won't suffice. We're taking back possession of the one thing that's right. Truth phoenix rising from the ashes of their lies. Fireballs ready to drop across polluted skies. We'll lift the veil, ignite the spark of justice bright. Stand case by case and bring the truth to light. Whispers in the corridors, they thought we'd look away, but every hidden thread unravels when we slay their charade. No more spin from their headlines, no more silence cries. We're the voice of those forgotten, watch their empire collide. Truth's a phoenix feather rising in the flames. We'll trace every lead, break their iron chains. Oh, break their iron chains. Rising, watch us light the sky. Truth's the weapon they can never justify. One case at a time, we claim what's ours to fight. Rising up together, set the world alight.
This is just the beginning. The phoenix will never stop rising.